All right. This is what we're all here for today. So this guy's name, I guess, Ali London, and this is apparently a British person who just went through a tremendous amount of surgery to make him look like he's Korean because he identifies as Korean. Frankly, he kind of just looks like someone punched him in the fucking face a few times, and that's not how Korean people look. That's just how he looks. But here's the thing, man. I don't know. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling here. Because on the one hand, this is absolutely ridiculous, but on the other hand, I try to be logically consistent. And when this is kind of opens us up to an honest conversation about trans people and transgender people versus transracial people. I know, just listen to me for a second. I'm still exploring how I feel about this, but to remain logically consistent, I need to explore it further. So here's what I want you guys to know. When it comes to transgender people, what validates a transgender person is a mixture between gender dysphoria and gender euphoria. Right? So just basically a mixture between having distress associated with your gender not matching your biological sex, and also the happiness of identifying as a gender that makes you happy, right? And so I look at that, and people go, well, race is a social construct. Well, I mean, they'll say gender is a social construct. Well, so is race. The narrative is that race is a social construct created in the 1600s by a bunch of white people, French people, to be racist. So, I mean, gender is a social construct. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the difference here. I really am trying to figure out the difference here. And I've been thinking about it all morning. I'm like, what's the difference? Like, what invalidates transracialism and what validates transgenderism at the same time? Now, just so you guys know, transracial is like a real thing, but it's generally reserved for people, mostly for like adopted people who, like, you know, like if a black family adopted like a white kid, or like an Asian family adopted like a Hispanic kid or something, and they identify with it, with whatever cultures in the particular area. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not saying transracial is valid. I'm saying it's such a new thing for me to think about that I need to really think about it. And maybe I'll do that on my next podcast with Mama Gut. You know, that being said, maybe, I don't know, maybe the aspect here is the idolization part, right? I don't think anybody who's transgender idolizes the other gender. I think that it's like it's a feeling of like dysphoria. So I mean, that's a problem with the euphoria aspect, but it's just a general distress associated with, you know, biological sex and whatnot. And I don't know. I just don't know. I guess there's probably biological markers that would make somebody trans, but then I'd also know that there are environmental markers, which is the same here. However, this specifically seems like this person has a really unhealthy, really bizarrely unhealthy obsession with Korean culture. And maybe that's what makes it so bad, is that this person basically fetishizes cultures to such a degree that he wants to be Korean. And so maybe that's what makes this extra shitty, right? Maybe that's what makes this extra shitty. You could probably make a reasonable argument that them trying to copy the structure of the face and whatnot of a Korean person is rather racist. Which actually might be true. Could be disrespectful to the culture. They actually do look like a caricature, I guess, of a Korean person. So, you know, you could go with that. People are saying I don't support this. I don't either. I need to be logically consistent. But anyway, let's get into it. Enough with the philosophy bullshit that I'm spewing out of my fucking mouth.
I want to take this chance to, you know...
At the end of the day, I think this guy is just very clearly deeply disturbed, and I like the ratio's funny.
Hey guys, I just want to take this chance to... you know, come out today. Something that's been like on my mind for a long time, and I've been very confused about how I identify. I've been very, very confused, and you know, I've seen a lot of other people online that have come out and been very brave about it and shared their story about how they identify, their gender, their pronouns, etc. So, you know, I've taken courage from these incredibly brave people, and it is Pride Month at the moment, so, you know, I thought this was the best time to do it.
So he's coming out as Korean on Pride Month? I didn't know that Korean was a sexuality now. I just don't understand. Why would you come out as Korean on fucking Pride Month? Okay.
You know, and add a voice, add strength to the LGBTQ plus I community. I'm the king of K-pop. but I am going to
So
come
that
out
was his.
today and
I'm looking at his about, and that was his music video. Anyway,
say that I've been transitioning. I've been very unhappy with who I am deep down for the last 8 years, and I've had like 18 plastic surgeries now, and I've just had a facelift.
I mean, very clearly, regardless of what you think about this person very, very, very clearly has like some kind of mental disorder, and that's not an insult. That's just like an objective truth. I mean, there's some kind of body dysmorphia going on here. You know,
A brow
yeah.
lift,
This person's pronouns are core/Rian. Yeah,
a temple lift,
you guys are
an
ridiculous.
eye surgery, a canthoplasty, and my teeth done as well. Just these are just part of my transition.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
feeling really good. For the first time in my life, I feel beautiful. I'm looking in the mirror and I love the way I look and I feel happy.
I guess that's a good thing.
And I hope people can respect my decision. It's a very tough decision
I don't think that people are going to respect your decision.
to come out this way. But I am coming out as non-binary. I don't feel I identify as male or female. I just feel like I'm just in the middle.
Okay. I guess Korean is in the middle of male and female. Okay.
And my pronouns are they, them, Korean, Jimin.
I was joking before. I was really kidding before when I said their pronouns were like core/Rian, and then they kind of made it as
And my pronouns are they, them, Korean, Jimin.
Yeah, so it sounds like those are actually their pronouns. What the fuck? Like, is that what they're trying to say? I am very something's happening to me today, and I just don't know what it is.
Because I know a lot of people don't understand me, but I do identify as Korean, and I do look Korean now. I do feel Korean. I don't identify as British, so please
I look Korean. It just feels so racist.
don't refer to me, any media or anyone online, as British.
But I don't think that this person is trying to be disrespectful towards Korean people. I think that they have like just a legitimate fucking mental disorder, honestly.
I identify as Korean. That's just my culture. That's my home country. That's exactly how I look now.
It's not. Literally isn't, but okay.
And I also identify as Jimin. That's my Korean.
What's funny is that their name is Ali London. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't even change your name. It still says London. What are you going to be then?
But not only that, I know it's a little bit confusing for some people. Nobody's ever come out as Jimin or Korean, but this is something that you guys know if you follow my journey for the last 8 years. I've really struggled with identity issues.
I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that.
With who I am, it's a very tough one. So I've finally had the courage. I've undergone my racial, can't think of the word, transitional surgery. I've transitioned to a non-binary person, they, them, Korean, Jimin, and I finally have the Korean look, so I'm actually really happy. But
see, like, I don't know, man. I feel so bad for this person. Honestly, I feel so bad for this guy. Though what I will say is that I suppose maybe this guy really is colonizing Korean culture. maybe us white people really are colonizers, huh? This guy's fucking colonizing fucking Korean culture. But I don't know. This guy's very clearly disturbed. So I'm sitting here and like everybody's uncomfortable in the chat. Everybody watching this probably like, fuck this guy. I feel bad for this guy. Like, could you imagine being so fucked up? Like I like Korean cinema and whatnot. I think it's great. My thing is, what does it mean to this person to be Korean? Like, are they asking to get citizenship, or are they just trying to look Korean to make themselves feel better? I just don't know. There's so many questions, bro. I really wish I could just ask.
I just want to say to people, I get so many cool comments online. I just want people to be able to respect my decision and don't be, non-binary phobic or anything. Just please respect that this is how I feel.
Okay.
This is a very personal decision. And I've been inspired by the courage of other people, other young people that have come out as non-binary or come out in a different way. And that's really kind of given me the courage, because I think if they can do it, so can I. So as it's...
well, that I suppose that's true. If they can do it, so can I guess.
Pride Month, I just wanted to put this out there. I've been very trapped in my body for so long. And, I identify with the Korean culture. I've lived in Korea. I speak the language. I have the Korean look now. I look completely Korean. If you
I don't know about that. I feel like that's an overstatement. I look completely Korean. I don't know if I would actually go that far to say that you look completely Korean. I'm feeling like you think you do.
didn't
But
know who I
okay.
was, you would just think I was a Korean person, not a man or woman, just a person.
You look kind of like a fucking alien to me, dog. Like you just you you look like a fucking alien, dude. So I guess you do look genderless, but I don't know. I would say that you look Korean.
And people might think, oh, I'm such a joke. But you know what, guys? You don't understand. If you're trapped in the wrong body your whole life, like, you don't understand. I haven't been trapped in this body my whole life, but it's been the last 8 years, and it's been very tough. I've been very confused, and I've had so many people online bully me
I
about
bet.
my looks, my love of Jimin, my love of Korea, and people just don't get it. And no one's done
It's very similar rhetoric to some people, some trans people. I'm not invalidating those trans people. I'm just saying I'm having I'm having trouble separating it. You know,
this before, but I just want to take the brave step to
what happened 8 years ago? Like, that's my question. Like, did they watch like fucking Naruto and go, "Oh my, this is me"? And then I don't know. I mean, there's probably not even Korean, but you get my point. Like, what made them feel Korean?
do this, because I'm sure there's many other young people out there that do identify as Korean or maybe as Japanese.
I don't think so.
And they don't have the strength or courage, or they don't know the
I don't
words
think that
how to express this.
I don't think
And
that's a thing.
It's a very, very tough thing, and I don't want to receive any backlash for this, because this is a very personal thing.
Luckily, he didn't receive any back. Well, they didn't receive any backlash. They got they received a lot of backlash from him, actually.
To share, you guys, like, people online, like YouTubers, they always say, oh, he does things for attention. Like, nobody would do this for attention. Nobody would go through this much pain, this much suffering. I've had 18 surgeries.
I kind of doubt that. This reminds me of Trisha Paytas a little bit, to be honest with you.
In total for the last 8 years. Nobody would do that to themselves for attention. Like, I'm doing this because it's how I identify, it's how I feel. So I just want people to please be respectful in the comments. Please be respectful online. As I said, I'm non-binary now, so I can be addressed as they, them, Korean, or Jimin. So
I mean, I guess like, I just find it so weird that they're roping the Korean into the pronouns. Like, you can call me they, them, or Korean. That's totally fine. Or Jimin. I don't really know what that is, so I'm just gonna stay away from it. I don't really get it. I mean, I guess that's the same thing you can call Papa Gut he, him, or American, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
So they / them / Jimin / Korean, or Ko / Ian Korean.
Oh, he wasn't. This is. He actually said it. He said you can call him Korean. What the fuck? This guy. Okay, this has to be like a next level fucking troll. This guy has to be trolling the fuck out of me right now. This motherfucker just said his pronouns are literally /Rian. Like, he's trolling. He's trolling me, bro. He's fucking trolling me right now.
That's how I identify. People might not get it. It's a new concept, whatever. This is how I feel. So please be respectful of my pronouns, of my gender identification, and just want to say I hope this video might encourage other young people that have been really struggling with who they are. Always do what makes you happy in life. This is my message. This is my motto. Be who you want to be. Love who you want to love. Be what gender you want to be. Be what person you want to be.
Okay.
I support all the LGBTQI plus community, and all the people that identify in different ways. I think it's a very beautiful thing that, in 2021, we can all have these different identities, and we can love different people freely. But it's not the same in every country. So I just want to say, some of my fans are in countries where it's not possible to come out as non-binary or to be themselves. And I just want to say, please have strength, please have courage. One day your time will come, you'll be able to freely express yourself, and I will always try my best to give you guys a voice, give you guys a platform, and be a champion for the non-binary community. So just wanted to put that out there, guys. Like, I've done a lot of surgeries now. I'm really loving the results already, but
you looked better when you weren't zoomed into your face. Now you look kind of worse. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to put that out there, that I now identify as non-binary, and I really appreciate all of the fans and everyone that supports me with this, and I hope that I can be an inspiration to others. So thank you so much, guys.
Don't think that's gonna happen.
Thank you to everyone's support. I really appreciate it.
Guys, listen, I don't know how to feel about this, but here's all I'm going to say is I wouldn't doubt it if like 40 years from now this was the person everybody looked at as like the fucking grandfather of transracialism. I could see it coming. I feel like by the time I'm like 60, 70 years old, transracialism is going to be like, my kids are going to be screaming at me for being like transracial phobic. What the fuck is happening, man? What the fuck is happening? All right, well, that's something. That's confusing. Let me just tell you, that's fucking confusing, dog. That's fucking confusing. Hey everyone, if you liked that video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and TikTok. All links are in the description. Also, check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me even more than you already do. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all.